If you've ever dreamed of exploring the mysteries of the deep sea, Subnautica is a game you simply can't miss. It throws you into an alien underwater world where survival is the name of the game. I remember the first time my escape pod splashed down into the vast uncharted waters. It was both terrifying and exhilarating. What makes Subnautica so captivating is its unique gameplay. You're not just scavenging resources to stay alive, you're uncovering a haunting, interconnected narrative as you dive deeper into the abyss. The underwater environment is stunningly beautiful yet deadly, populated by bioluminescent creatures, towering kelp forests, and dark, mysterious trenches. And let's not forget the leviathans, those massive, heart-stopping predators that make every dive a calculated risk. While the graphics on the Nintendo Switch aren't as sharp as on other platforms, they still capture the magic and menace of this alien ocean. Sure, there are moments where the frame rate dips a little, but the immersive experience more than makes up for it. If you're looking for a game that balances exploration, survival, and storytelling, Subnautica is a deep dive worth taking. Sometimes, after a long day, I just want a game that feels like a warm hug. Palia delivers exactly that. This cozy MMO stands out in a sea of high-octane competitive games. It's not about saving the world or battling epic bosses. It's about building, exploring, and connecting with others in a vibrant, welcoming world. What struck me about Palia is its focus on creativity and relaxation. From insect catching to crafting your dream home, there's always something to do. The art style is whimsical and inviting, reminiscent of a Studio Ghibli movie. The community aspect is another highlight. Whether you're cooking up a storm with friends or just enjoying the serene landscapes, it's a shared experience that feels genuinely heartwarming. That said, Palia might not be for everyone. Solo players may find the lack of a structured storyline or combat mechanics a bit underwhelming, but if you're in the mood for something different, something that values connection and creativity over competition, this game is a delightful escape. Imagine combining the grandeur of Greek mythology with the whimsy of a Saturday morning cartoon. That's Immortals Fenyx rising in a nutshell. I was immediately drawn in by its colorful world and lighthearted take on mythological legends. The gameplay is where Immortals truly shines. It borrows some of the best mechanics from other open-world games, like climbing and gliding, but adds its own twist with divine abilities. Combat is fast-paced and satisfying, with a mix of melee attacks, godly powers, and puzzles to solve along the way. The humor sprinkled throughout the story kept me chuckling. This game doesn't take itself too seriously, and that's part of its charm. Of course, it's not perfect. Some players might find the humor a bit cheesy or the puzzles repetitive after a while, but for me, the vibrant visuals, engaging combat, and tongue-in-cheek narrative made it a joy to play. If you're looking for an open-world adventure that doesn't take itself too seriously but still delivers on gameplay, Immortals Fenyx Rising is a divine choice. Few games capture the spirit of adventure like Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. It's a perfect blend of historical fiction and open-world exploration, and playing it on the Nintendo Switch feels like carrying a piece of the golden age of piracy in your pocket. As Edward Kenway, a pirate-turned-assassin, I set sail across the Caribbean, living out my swashbuckling dreams. The game's naval combat is an absolute highlight. Upgrading my ship, the Jackdaw, and engaging in epic battles against enemy fleets never got old. Whether I was boarding a Spanish galleon or searching for buried treasure on an uncharted island, the game constantly rewarded my curiosity. The world is incredibly immersive, with gorgeous tropical environments and bustling port cities. However, the Switch version has its limitations. While it's impressive how well the game runs, some graphical downgrades are noticeable, and handheld controls can feel a bit clunky. Even so, Black Flag remains one of the most engaging open-world games I've ever played. If you've ever wanted to live the life of a pirate, this is your chance. When I first stepped into the frosty world of Skyrim, it felt like stepping into a living, breathing fantasy epic. Over a decade since its release, this game still holds its place as a masterpiece of open-world design. On the Switch, it's a chance to bring Tamriel with you wherever you go, a portable adventure I didn't know I needed. What makes Skyrim legendary is its freedom. I could be a stealthy thief sneaking through castles, a powerful mage slinging fireballs, or a dragon-slaying warrior wielding a greatsword. The quests are are vast and varied, and the sense of discovery is unmatched. One moment I'd be exploring a hidden cave, and the next I'd stumble upon an epic battle with a dragon atop a snowy mountain. Of course, the game isn't without its age-related flaws. The visuals, while still impressive, show their age, and bugs can occasionally interrupt the immersion. But for sheer scope and replayability, Skyrim is hard to beat. If you've somehow never played it, the Switch version is an excellent entry point. If there's one game that redefined storytelling in the open world genre, it's Red Dead Redemption 2. This game is nothing short of a masterpiece, with its cinematic narrative and an unparalleled attention to detail. Playing as Arthur Morgan, a member of the Van der Linde gang, I was drawn into a gritty tale of loyalty, betrayal, and survival in the dying days of the Wild West. What sets Red Dead Redemption 2 apart is its world. Every town, forest, and mountain feels alive. The wildlife behaves realistically, and even the NPCs seem to have their own lives. The slow pace of the game might not be for everyone, but I loved immersing myself in the minutia of the world, be it hunting, fishing, or just watching a sunset from horseback. The Switch version of the game, while a technical marvel, does come with its compromises. The visuals are understandably scaled back, and some performance hiccups can occur, yet the core experience remains intact. If you're a fan of immersive storytelling and don't mind a slower pace, this is a journey worth taking.
Well then.
No, hey, I mean, please!
Darn it!
If there's a game that defines epic storytelling and expansive worlds on the Nintendo Switch, it's Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I was immediately drawn into its world of Ioneus, a land at war where every corner hides mysteries waiting to be uncovered. As I followed the journey of 6 protagonists from opposing factions, I found myself emotionally invested in their struggle for survival and hope. The open world design in Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is nothing short of breathtaking. The environments are vast and teeming with life, from serene meadows to treacherous mountain peaks. Combat is another highlight, blending real-time strategy with RPG mechanics. Building my party's skills and coordinating chain attacks became an addictive challenge. The game's story, with its themes of life, death, and coexistence, struck a deep chord with me. While the sheer complexity of the systems might intimidate newcomers, the payoff is worth it. The detailed tutorials and gradual introduction of mechanics help me settle in. If you're ready to dive into a rich narrative with one of the most expansive open worlds on the Switch, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is a must-play. As a lifelong Harry Potter fan, stepping into the wizarding world in Hogwarts Legacy felt like a dream come true. Set in the 1800s, the game lets you explore Hogwarts and its surroundings long before Harry and his friends ever arrived. I was immediately captivated by the level of detail, the moving staircases, the bustling Great Hall, and the mysteries hidden in every corner of the castle. The gameplay is as magical as the setting. Learning spells, brewing potions, and caring for magical creatures kept me thoroughly engaged. Outside the castle, I explored the Forbidden Forest and quaint wizarding villages, uncovering secrets and taking on dark wizards. The level of customization for my character and playstyle added a personal touch to the adventure. However, while the game delivers on the fantasy, it does have some limitations. The main storyline can feel a bit linear, and the performance on the Switch is a step down from other platforms. But if you're a fan of Harry Potter, this game offers an enchanting experience you won't want to miss. The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild is a game that needs no introduction. It's the title that redefined open-world gaming. From the moment I woke up as Link in the ruins of Hyrule, I knew I was in for something special. This is a game that encourages curiosity, creativity, and a sense of wonder. What sets Breath of the Wild apart is its freedom. There's no set path. You can climb mountains, glide over valleys, and uncover secrets at your own pace. The survival mechanics, like cooking meals and managing weather effects, added an immersive layer to the experience. And the puzzles, each shrine felt like a mini masterpiece, challenging me to think in new and creative ways. That said, the game isn't without minor flaws. Some of the quests can feel repetitive, and weapon durability remains a divisive mechanic. But these are small issues in an otherwise groundbreaking game. Breath of the Wild isn't just a must-play for Switch owners, it's a must-play for anyone who loves video games. Building upon the foundation of Breath of the Wild, The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom takes everything I loved about the original and expands it in every conceivable way. From the moment I took my first steps into Hyrule once again, I was awestruck by the verticality and depth of the new world. The addition of Sky Islands and underground realms brought a whole new dimension to exploration. What truly amazed me was the introduction of new mechanics like Ultra Hand and Fuse. These abilities unlocked countless possibilities, from creating makeshift vehicles to combining random items into powerful weapons. The puzzles were more intricate, the combat more dynamic, and the story more emotionally resonant. It felt like a celebration of everything that makes Zelda great. While the scope of the game can feel overwhelming at times, the freedom to tackle challenges in any order ensured I always had a sense of control. If Breath of the Wild set the standard, Tears of the Kingdom shattered expectations. This is the pinnacle of open world gaming on the Switch, and perhaps in the entire industry. One offers something unique, whether it's the breathtaking vistas of Zelda, the emotional storytelling of Red Dead Redemption 2, or the cozy creativity of Palia. I encourage you to dive in, explore these worlds, and make memories in ways only video games can provide. So grab your Switch, pick a game, and get ready for a journey unlike any other. Happy exploring!